Yo, what's happening? Coach Brandon, Alpha Physique Fitness, and welcome to at-home workouts that don't suck. Now, today we're gonna be doing a chest, tricep, front delt, and ab workout, all with no equipment. But before we get into it, let me just say real quick why I think most at-home workout programs, and actually just the idea of at-home workout programs with little to no equipment are, just no good overall in general. And the main reason is because in order to get into the best shape of your life, so I'm not saying, just get into a little better shape, I'm saying get into the best shape of your life. In order to do that, you need to be invested. And no, I don't mean just invested with money. I understand that not everyone can afford to throw money at their fitness, but what I mean is more importantly, you need to be invested with your time and your energy, right? So that means scheduling your workouts into your calendar, taking time to drive to the gym, so a place where the sole purpose of going there is to work on your fitness and get a workout in, paying for a membership there, because again, getting into the best shape of your life is more than just, working out and your nutrition. You need to take it seriously and you need to be consistent. And all these investments that you make, they build up and they send your subconscious mind a message that, your fitness is a priority and you are taking it seriously, okay? So all that being said, I'm not saying that, you can't get a good workout in at home with little to no equipment, but what I am saying is if you want to get into the best shape of your life, you need to get invested. And, if you're trying to cut corners and you're just trying to get into the best shape of your life with quick at home 10-minute workouts, it's probably not gonna happen. It's a lot less likely, okay? So unless you go out and you buy a bunch of equipment like a squat rack, a bench, barbells, dumbbells, and you dedicate a space in your home to, your home gym, then let these workouts, these quick at home, little to no equipment needed workouts serve as like an emergency break glass, okay? So that being said, let's get into it. Again, today's workout is going to be chest, triceps, front delts, and abs with no equipment at all needed. Okay, so being at home with no equipment, we're gonna use a metabolic stimulus in order to pump a bunch of blood, lactic acid, and other metabolic waste into the muscle, because what that does is that builds up internal resistance, okay? So it's gonna make the exercises harder internally rather than externally, because we don't really have anything to add more external resistance, right? So the way that we're gonna do that is we're gonna do circuit training, okay? So there's gonna be two circuits in the full workout. The first circuit, we're gonna hit triceps, we're gonna hit anterior front delts, we're gonna hit our upper chest and just our mid and lower chest, okay? And we're gonna do so back to back to back with no rest in between. And basically what that's gonna do is sort of pre-exhaust our triceps and our front delts. So when we hit the chest, there's not as much of our tricep and front delt helping out. Okay, so for exercises, we're going to be doing a close grip push-up for our triceps. Then we're gonna be doing shoulder press push-up for the front delts. And then we're going to be doing feet up push-up for upper chest. And then we're gonna be doing wide grip push-up for the mid to lower chest. Okay, and we're gonna be doing them all back to back to back with no rest in between. And then at the end of the circuit, we're gonna rest. And we're gonna repeat that 4 times. For rep range, we're gonna do this, we're gonna aim for 10 to 30. The reason I give you such a big range is because it's gonna be different for certain people depending on what level of strength you have and how good of a job you do at contracting your muscles. Okay, so for our first exercise, we have the close grip push-ups for our triceps, all right? So what you wanna do, just get into the push-up position, just hands, palms flat. You wanna have your hands right about around your upper chest, okay? Grip just inside shoulder width. Nice slow contraction. Go all the way down to get a full stretch on your triceps. Okay, so a little hack to really add to that metabolic stimulus is do as many as you can on your feet, and then when you get about 3 to 4 reps from failure, drop to your knees and then just keep repping out, and that way you're going to be pumping a lot more blood, lactic acid, metabolic waste into your triceps, and really increasing that internal stimulus. Okay, so next exercise that we're doing is the shoulder press push-up for the front anterior delt, and there's a few different ways that you can do that. Okay, so basically what you want to do here is get into a position like this, okay, and we're just going to be pressing and doing a push-up but in the shoulder press position, okay? So grip a little bit wider, and if you want to make it harder, what you can do is lean into it a little more by walking your feet up a little bit. And then another way that you can make it even harder than that is put your feet up on something like a couch like this. All right, so we've toasted our triceps, we've toasted our front delts. Now we're gonna start getting into chest, starting with the feet up, incline push-up. So something that's important to understand when we're doing an at-home workout with push-ups is that your chest muscle inserts in your humerus. So right around here in your arm, okay? So really all we're doing is we're taking this insertion to the origin, which is right here on your sternum, right? So that's where the muscle attaches to the bone, right? So basically we're trying to take this and drive it as close as possible into that origin, all right? So when we're trying to hit upper chest, we're just trying to drive that insertion to the upper part of the origin, all right? And then when we get into this lower mid chest, we're trying to drive that insertion into the lower and mid parts of where the origin is, right? So that's gonna be especially important for this next exercise, the last exercise of the circuit, which is just wide grip, normal push-ups, because again, now that we've toasted our triceps, our anterior front delts, and we're hitting our chest, and that stuff is going to be, you know, for the most part eliminated. Now all we're doing is we're not doing a full push-up where we're using a ton of our tricep and front delt, but we're just going to go wide. So it's kind of like cheating a little bit. We're doing partial reps, but all we're trying to do is contract the chest like this, right? Bring that insertion to the origin. Basic ab crunch, a basic oblique crunch, and then a plank, okay? So again, just like the first circuit, we're gonna do each one back to back, no rest, and then we're gonna rest for 30 to 90 seconds after we do the full circuit. So for the most part, for ab crunches, I see guys doing these completely wrong. So what's important to realize here is the abs you don't need to sit right up and hinge at the hips to get a full contraction in your abs. The abs really, the contraction, like I'm fully contracting my abs right now. I barely moved, right? So I'm gonna show you how that's done when we do the crunch. Okay, so there's no need to sit all the way up like this. Basically, all you need to do is get down and just, we're hinging at the spine, not at the hips, right? So right here, that is a full contraction. What really helped me get good at this is you don't need to have your hands up here, but you can put them on your abs to make sure that you're fully contracting them. Okay, so keep it super simple, right? We're just contracting the ab. Hold the contraction for as long as you can. I mean, you can really trash your abs like that and go for pretty long before you get to failure. All right, so then for the oblique crunch. Now again, no need to get too fancy here. Sit in a comfortable position. Your legs don't need to be a certain way. And whatever position that you can get in, that, you know, where you feel that nice contraction on your obliques the best is gonna be the best position for you.
So I get into a pretty relaxed position, just like this, one leg up, one leg straight out. I like my arm on the back of my head. And you can put your other hand on your obliques to make sure you're getting that full contraction.
So do your reps on one side, do your reps on the other side, and then onto the plank. All right, so for the plank, the goal is not to go for as long as possible, but to go for as short as possible, right? Because that means it's gonna be more effective for our abs. So we're gonna fool around a little bit with the position and make sure that most of the tension is on our abs. Okay, so what you're gonna notice me doing with the plank here is I'm gonna be kind of rocking back and forth. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to find that sweet spot where I feel the most tension and stress happening in my core and not in my front delts, you know, not in my triceps, not in anything else, okay? And I'm just gonna rock back and forth. Once I find that sweet spot, I'm gonna keep rocking back and forth a little bit just to kind of agitate it a little bit. All right, so that's the second circuit done. Make sure that you don't rest between each exercise, and then rest for 30 to 90 seconds, and then repeat the whole circuit. And you can do it anywhere from 3 to 4 times, okay? If you want the full program so you can print it out, I left some space so you can track how many sets, how many reps you're doing, etc. Just click the link below if you're watching the video on YouTube, and I'll send that to you. It's 100% free. Also, if you like this video, you like the workouts, make sure to like, comment on, and subscribe to the channel.